Hey guys, Destiny Gundam, and today we are going to review my 1 to 144 scale Deep Striker. So last time I didn't have time to do a review on this thing, but it has come back for repairs because of its massive weight and weight issues and whatnot. So I decided to fix everything and all that jazz. So right here it is. And let's get started with this review. So first of all, I did modify the stand, so now it supports it more better, and it's kind of like a diorama setup of the Deep Striker floating over like a broken down colony or something like that. So it will be easier if I just move the camera. So here we go. Here's some specs. I have the cockpit right here. Here's a 360 cockpit. Broken RX-78 shield, some like scars, some piping, holes, all that destructive stuff. The back is just supports to hold up the Deep Striker. It says Gundam Sentinel. That's the manga it's from, or manga. What's your preference? Alright, and then there's like this arm from an Impulse Gundam that I found. Some panels, some beam saber holes, a giant hole in between the piping of the colony. I actually got this thing from a little mini model kit from Macross. So what I did was one of the wings were missing, so I just used my nippers and I cut a hole so it looks like there's a hole in there. Just hot glued the rest of it in. So now it just looks like it's flying around. So let's get started. Here is the Deep Striker. Now, it weighs unknown, so, yeah. So, something special I did for this, I added these actual bronze sheeting all over the Deep Striker for, like, the photo etch, that reminded me of the photo etch parts from Vegeta's, 1/100 scale excess from G-System. So, that reminded me of that. To balance out the new weight issues, I made this kind of like locking mechanism between the top part of the body and the bottom part of the body, so it just, hooks it together. And I hot glued these in permanently, these boosters. And then, if you look on the top, I added a brace in between these two so they kind of balance each other's weight out, along with these two, and I added an extra propellant tank. I made these propellant tanks longer by adding just 3 of these to like make it look a little bit more a version evolved kind of version. Small little decals, like handwritten decals. The cannon, I kind of made it so it's attached to his arm instead of just like he's holding it. So it's more like I guess energy related, I guess. And then I added this thing. Oh, I forgot to paint it. That sucks. Alright, he does have flashing light strobe effects right there, and yeah, all these little decals, intake, caution signs, all that stuff. On this one, I feel I actually made it like longer, and these 2 boosters in the back. He has flashing lights. I press the button. Some flashing lights right there. 2 of these little plate things. I actually put a tube right there instead of just like a piece of plastic. So yeah. And close up on the face. I added some orange in because I thought the red was just too little. And the orange and the white really do match up. And along with the red and the black. So I think that looks pretty good. Articulation is kind of hard to go with this guy because he is like the size of, I don't know, a baby, I guess. Yeah, he's that huge, and it's just 1 to 144 scale. So I don't know if the regular 1 to 144, 1 to 100 scale actually is bigger, or I don't know. I'm not sure. So he also has flashing lights for this, I feel, or thing right here, the shield, and well, let's just say that he has ball joints for everything, except for here has a hinge joint, and his head is on a hinge actually. The frame I used for the body was from the Double Zeta, the old high grade from like 1980s. Most of these propellant tanks, guns, weapons are all from markers actually, and that's why you can see the caps right there. Those are all the little exhaust pipes, scopes, extra weaponry. I would say a large majority of this custom is scratch built, and yeah, so here it is. I didn't have time to really fully hand paint the whole thing. It's really kind of hard because of its bigness, I guess. I was thinking about installing an LED inside here, the head for the eyes, because there is some light piping in the head, and for the cannon, but I kind of got lost on the cannon because these are markers and they're not really hollow on the inside. So that's pretty much it for this review. Just one big look at it. It is pretty big.